Next slide. And this is one that gets me into all kinds of trouble. Where you pull pussy from? This guy, the futurist. I don't know if I've ever even pulled any more of his tweets. I don't think it's alpha having dating apps, and I've seen this over and over lately with guys. And it's like I always say, if you're not good at something, you're not going to like it, and you're not going to tell people it's a good idea. It's just like exercise. If you're not in shape and you've never exercised, and people go, hey, I've been thinking about exercising. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't do that. Now you can be healthy without it. My blood work says I'm great. That sort of thing. If you're not good at something, you'll generally shit on it. But it's important in our world that, since this is very much, game and attracting women is very much like marketing and sales, you don't want to leave any market completely untouched or untested. And I always tell guys, always at least try the online game. It is such a huge pool. Like 60 to 70% of people meet online now. As it goes up, everything else, social circle game, bars, referrals, group workouts, all this stuff is coming down. And this, over the last 10 years, has shot up. And I literally know hundreds of people that have met online through dating apps that are now married, thousands that are in relationships, and tens of thousands that have hooked up. I mean, it's literally unlimited, and it's a huge pool. And guys that shit on it tend to not be good at it. Just like nobody's good at something and then says, it's bullshit. Don't do it. It's a horrible idea. Guys that get frustrated with it because you have to work at it, give up, and then they shit on it, which is normal behavior. That's understandable. Even if you're starting out, it's something that I always encourage guys to at least test it out. Just like you test out like a gym, or you test out going to a run club, or you test out going to an art show, or just like you test out different lines, different openers. You test it out and just see if it works. And for some guys, it works great. It works like gangbusters, and it becomes a main source of girls. And for some, not so much. But just remember, where you pull pussy from: social circle game, cold approach, you're just walking down the street, dating apps. If you leave apps out, you're missing out on like 30% of the entire market or more, depending on where you're at. For a lot of guys, they get shamed, or, they hear, oh, don't do dating apps, it's gay or whatever. And the guy like works in a warehouse. He likes to hunt and fish, and he lives with his grandma. He's never going to meet a chick on the street. He goes to QT in the morning. He might see the cashier who's 100 pounds overweight and a couple girls that pass him in the QT. And then he's in the warehouse, and it's just him and the owner's wife, who's 60. And that's it. That's it for the day. If he's not on the apps, he is never going to meet a chick ever. His hobbies are hunting and fishing. He's either in the truck or in the duck blind or on a boat. It's not going to happen. So online is the only place. So do not take a patent blanket statement and then throw out like 30% to 50% of the market immediately just because some guy on the internet had a bad time on it because he can't take a picture to save his life. There's certain things, and like Bunny has a book. If you decide that this is a path you want to take, or you found that you struggled with it but would like to get better at it, she has the online dating Magic Bullet online dating handbook, and it gives you some basics on attracting women through online. And remember, here's the thing with online dating: you don't actually date online. It's simply where you meet them, and then you get them off the app in front of you. And it's no different than bumping into her at a store and getting her phone number. After that, where you make the connection, and then when you're on the date, that's normal. All that is different with online dating compared to any other dating is where you meet. Instead of meeting at the gym, you met online. You meet online or you meet at work. It doesn't matter, because as soon as your connection where you met, once that's done and you've got the number and you're setting up the date, you get in front of them immediately, as fast as possible. All dating is done face to face. All sales is done face to face. All closing is done face to face. You can't fuck her over the phone. You can't fuck her online. You have to get in front of her. Again, that's the key. That's where these guys go, oh, I don't want to date them. You're not going to date online. It's where you meet them and you move them offline as fast as possible, and they're right in front of you. And then it's a normal date. Again, it's a huge pool of girls that most guys would never have access to under any circumstances. And it just increases your chances of success, your reach. There's just no downside. And so when you hear guys go, oh, I don't use it, it only gets low quality, test it out. If you don't have any luck, that's okay. That's all right. You didn't lose anything. It don't cost nothing. You just test it out. But you'll see why like 70% of people are meeting online and then having a date within the next couple of days. And that's the real deal. If you guys like this video, like it, subscribe, share. And if you want to invest in any products of Bunnies and I, again, like the Magic Bullet Dating online dating guide, you can find that at myplayboysbunny.gumroad.com, or if you're looking for any of my products, at fortworthplayboy.gumroad.com.